Today I'm resealing the Citroen C1 high-level brake light to cure Citroen C1 boot water leaks that come through the third brake light. Probably the most common source of Peugeot 107 leaking boot problems. I'm going to be using a new product on the market, manufactured in Britain specifically for this problem and from the very best quality materials. Having spent 20 years of my career in door systems engineering for Rover Group, I'm extremely familiar with how distressing water leaks can be for the customer and the damage they can cause to the car. First step is to remove the light. Remove the two screws with a Phillips No. 2 screwdriver and pull the light from the body. Remove the bulb holder but leave it on the harness and pull off the washer pipe. With a sharp, flat 4mm screwdriver or a craft knife or something similar, scrape off and remove as much of the old gasket material as possible from around the light. Once you've got as much off as you can mechanically, with a good quality cleaner such as some meths, isopropyl alcohol or even a good quality glass cleaner, and remove as much of the residue as you can until you've got a nice clean surface all the way around. Spread the little legs each side of the water jet and remove the water jet from the light. And with a suitable sharp blade, remove the O-ring from the jet. The new seal comes with a new O-ring. Fit that in place of the old one. And then return the jet back to the light, making sure that the jet hole points downwards. Be sure to push the jet fully home. Now we come to the main event, which is the application of a completely new seal. This is made by X8R Limited and it's manufactured using a closed cell foam that's of superior quality and thicker than the original. It's got a self-adhesive layer on one side. Put this gasket and the light somewhere warm, because it's very important that the glue and the surface you're sticking it to are warm in the region of 25 to 30 degrees C. So put them in your airing cupboard, even put them in your oven at 30 degrees C. Having dealt with 3M and their self-adhesive products for some years as part of my role in door systems, I can tell you that the temperature is very, very important in order to get a good adhesion to the substrate. Now the gasket is cut to fit the light, and the light is an uneven shape, so make sure you know which way round it goes on. If you attempt to put it on the wrong way round, you'd end up with that part hanging off the end of the light. Starting at one end, peel the backing paper off roughly up to just past the first two notches, and then start to stick the new gasket to the light, starting at the end. Also very important when you're doing this, do not stretch the material as you're sticking it on. If you stretch it, that will strain the glue, and over time that will cause the material to deteriorate. Once you've got the end stuck on, stick it down along the edge of the light, again without stretching the material, until you've got about halfway down. Then remove the final bit of backing paper, and the other end should go naturally into position. If necessary, lift the foam off ever so slightly, maybe even use your flat blade screwdriver to make sure that it's not twisted, and then only once you're happy with the position of the seal, go all the way around with your fingers or your flat blade screwdriver and press down on the seal to make sure that it's properly stuck to the light. Use your thumb at the ends. Now the kit does come with some clear silicone sealant, and X8R do suggest putting a thin layer around the seal before you put it back on the car. However, I would add a caveat to that. If you're going to retain the standard filament type bulbs in your light, then I would suggest that you do not apply any silicone, because if you do, you will potentially have trouble getting the light off the car at a future date if you need to replace any of these bulbs, which you will do, because filament bulbs do blow and they don't last forever. I have done a video showing how to convert these to LEDs with suitable LED products, which you can get a discount with a code in the description. If you've converted it to LEDs, then yes, go ahead and use some silicone sealant around here. It will add to the sealing properties. Be absolutely sure that you're not going to get any water leaks, and hopefully with LEDs in there you'll never have to take it off again. Before refitting the light, thoroughly clean the mating surface on the body with your cleaner and a microfiber cloth. Make sure that there's no dirt or glue residue on the body itself. Also make sure that the body is dry. Apply a thin bead of the silicone sealer and replace the light to the body. Push it firmly into position. Put the 2 screws in, just a couple of turns, and then behind the screw apply a little silicone sealer into that space, because the screws are a source of water leak into the car, because the little plastic low cut nuts that they go into are not waterproof. Tighten the screws down. Wipe away any excess sealer. On Amazon.co.uk, X8R sell this kit with a kit for the main lights, and I'll put links to that down in the description. Don't worry that it's the UK site, they do cross-European delivery. And hey presto, one restored brake light, fully LED equipped, and now also fully waterproof. If you got value from this video, consider supporting the channel, and I shall see you next time.